Probably the first thing I noticed was a change in their friends. When they were younger, all of their friends used to come over to the house, within limits, because I wouldn't allow people here when I wasn't home. But the friends, as they began to use drugs, changed. They had a different attitude, a different way of thinking, a different life. And I saw less and less of the friends. Grades also changed in school. Mood swings were tremendous when they were using drugs. The style of music that they listened to changed. Went from one of pop rock to more heavy metal, loud, real bass kinds of music. Every time I bought Visine, it would always disappear. And of course, nobody knew where it went.
I remember some of the symptoms for pot were you were always thirsty, always hungry, and you had a persistent cough.
With cocaine, you were also really, really thirsty. I also had a runny nose right after I did the coke, but usually by the next morning, my nose would be stopped up.
That's true. There were a lot of runny noses around here, but I just thought they had a cold.
The desire for the drug, once you start using it, becomes more powerful than your desire to love your family. We didn't care about our family. We didn't care about each other. We just cared about getting high.
I really didn't have to worry about money for my drugs because people usually bought them for me. But occasionally, I didn't even know if you knew this or not, but I did steal money from your purse. And once I sold my $200 bike for $35 for some beer.
Most of the time, girls who are using drugs go out with older guys. And I didn't, I don't know if parents know that or not, but all the guys who I went out with when I was 14 and 15 years old were 18 and 19, and that's why I didn't have to pay for any of my drugs, because they had money, they had the drugs. I mean, they wanted, other things from me, but as long as I got my drugs, I didn't care.
Well, when you begin to see 3 or 4, 5 perhaps symptoms together, you really need to take a look and see if what the kid is doing is getting involved in drugs. I didn't put those signs together because I was into denial. I denied the fact that my kids might use drugs. Denial and saying I should have always imply some guilt in terms of the parent, and I felt very guilty.